Hey y'all, so I just brushed this brush back. I had a shallow 16 and all right, I found something cool. It's like a biter that's still intact. Yes.
Greetings all, J-Man is back with you from Metal Sharks, and I'm here at a mountainside resort area, and I'm getting ready to get after it. I've got permission to go detecting here. There's dozens of acres of land here with wooded areas and open areas that I can try, and I understand that there's an old well somewhere, so I'm going to be searching for that. It's more than 100 years old, so that may be a promising area to try. So let's get after it. Hope you enjoy this one.
Hey everyone, so I'm just starting out here and I actually just recovered a beat up old soda can or beer can. Didn't show that on video, but this is a little trail alongside a fence that I'm going to try. A little mini creek here running through this, or some runoff. But wanted to show you what I find. Under this cedar tree, there's an old bottle I want to look at if I can get to it. This is interesting. Let me get it up here where you can see it better. Looks like it has a W here. It's got some water or something in it. And I don't know what the W stands for. It's got like kind of like a grape design around it. So I wonder if it's some kind of old wine bottle. Really not sure. Not the right shape for that. And it has a number that ends with 76. So hopefully you can see that okay. But I'm going to go put that back in the car so I don't have to carry it everywhere since I'm just starting out. So I've got to figure out where the old home site was. Maybe this was evidence of it. Looks like some old wagon wheel pieces there. And then there's a split rail fence here that might have been part of it. But I was just told that the old home site was where this parking lot is. There's not much area that I can actually swing. Okay, I'm at the front side of a parking lot where an old home site used to be. I'm getting my first signal at this location. 14. 15. Let's get that. Okay, so I've got this 14, 15 isolated here. I'll show it to you. So it's like a old wheel for a chair, a piece of furniture. That's what I think it is. Not too old, but interesting anyway. 28, 29. I'm going to show this one to you. I'm not far from the office building for the property or the stables over there. So I've got to keep it kind of quiet and low key to be respectful of others who are here. So I'm only using my hand digger tool, but hopefully I can get to it with this. Okay, so this is what the object is this time. Not sure exactly to tell you the truth, but I think it might be an old car part. Across the way from where I'm hunting this afternoon, you can see a couple of horses getting saddled up. They're going to be ridden as part of the stables on the property, and so that's one of the main activities here. But I'm going to try to give them a wide berth if they come down a trail near where I'm going to be detecting. Hey all, so I've been hunting a good couple of hours and haven't really found much to speak of, but I am having fun. And part of the fun was being able to talk to the owner, one of the owners of the resort property, and he gave me a lot of good inside information. It turns out he likes detecting and has a Garrett machine himself. So that's really cool. He just doesn't have a lot of time to do it. So he gave me some good leads and showed me exactly where the old home site was located. The only problem is I'll show you some features which make it hard to detect here. So this is the first feature that makes it really hard to detect here. As you can see, there's a giant gaping hole in the middle of what used to be the backyard and gardens of the property. So as far as I have learned, the old homestead is about where my car is parked, right along there, where now there's a parking lot with gravel, so you can't really dig there where the parking lot is. But where that silver car is, behind that are some boxwood trees that are at least 125 or 150 years old, according to the owner of the property. So that's really cool. I might be able to get up in there a little bit. So that was the front of the property, and the gardens were back here. But another barrier that I'm finding is much of the former garden area is now covered with poison ivy. So I started going in there, and then I saw jagged three-leaf clusters. So I gingerly made my way back out without digging one signal I had in there. So I'll probably just work my way out of here, but I want to show you one more thing. Down here is some evidence of the old homestead. Some kind of old can, but it's loaded up with ants, so I probably will just leave it in place. But it looks like an old paint or turpentine can maybe. So that's pretty interesting. Can't tell much else about it. Just have to leave that one for the elements, unfortunately. Hey all, so I decided to go near the boxwoods. I'm actually inside where they're planted, or underneath their cover. And there's not much room to swing here, but I'm trying anyways. So let me show you what it's like down here a little bit. So the home site is where that taillights of that car is. That's the parking lot now. I'm in the shade of these boxwood trees that have overgrown for more than 100, I believe to be 150 years or more. So I thought this would be good to try, but all I'm getting is interference. Okay, so I'm on what may be my last hole of the day. I got this 14 signal pretty clearly, and this is the object, and I don't know what it is yet. It might have some age on it, and maybe it'll clean up into something. I'm thinking it might be an old iron piece, like part of a iron to iron your clothes with, but I'm really not sure. I guess I'll just try to clean it up and tell you more later. Okay, so this is a cool piece. I believe this is a piece of horse tack, and it rang up as a 22, which is usually a pretty bad number on the knocks. But as you can see, there's a piece of leather harness or the like here, and there's a buckle still intact, so I'll have fun cleaning that up. So in this little area here, right when I'm trying to leave, I'm getting a few good things. So I guess I'll try one or two more swings, but then I got to go back. I'm out of time for the day. Maybe I'll come back another day. Hey all, so I've told myself this has to be the last hole. I'm really due to get back to meet my wife and enjoy our vacation more together. But right here I have a 12-15 signal, about 6 inches deep, and I believe it's on the side of this hole here. Yep. All right, look at that. What is that? I don't know. It looks like it could be a bent spike or some kind of metal at an angle here, about a 90-degree angle. So hopefully that'll clean up into something and I can tell you more later. Hey all, so I've switched spots. I moved to a cabin, as you can see behind me. And I may have to skedaddle quickly if this cabin gets occupied while I'm here, but hopefully it'll still be vacant. And I spoke to the owner earlier while I was searching for the old homesite area, and he told me there used to be a sawmill near this particular cabin, plus one other cabin on the property, another sawmill. So I'm hoping I can check out both of them while I'm here. So without further ado, let's get after it. So as you can see here, there's an old tree stump, and then there's an old flagstone or the like. So I'm wondering if this might be a good spot to try near where the owner had showed me. So I'm going to swing around some more. I'm not finding much. I think what my theory is that the old sawmill activity is buried pretty deeply, and because I got a few irony signals that were really deep in this area, but too deep for me to dig with all the roots and things there. And I haven't gotten any clear signals that would be silver coins or the like, but I'm going to keep trying a little bit more here. So I decided to take a short break so I could show you this massive tree here. Not sure what kind of tree that is. It goes incredibly way above head. I would say at least 50 feet tall. There it is.
So I've been trying near the base of it, but it's pretty thick woods here. So if I don't get, I want to try one of the irony signals over near where the owner said there was a sawmill. So let me try there one more time, and then if I don't get much, I'm going to head out. Okay, so I tried to work my way up under a cedar tree. That's right there. And at the base of it, I found this canister. It looks like a CO2 canister for like a BB gun or pellet or airsoft pellet gun or the like. So that was interesting. I'm gonna look here a little bit more. I still haven't moved to the last spot. Hey y'all, so I just brushed this brush back. I had a shallow 16, and all right, I found something cool. It's like a lighter that's still intact. Yes. Now I don't think it's too old. Actually, I think I might say right here how old it is. Made in the USA though, Bradford, Pennsylvania. It says Harley-Davidson motorcycles. So that's cool. At least I'm on the board with something here interesting. So hopefully I'll tell you more later. But pretty cool. Nice intact lighter. I think that's the first one of that style that I've ever found. It says Zippo on the bottom. I didn't see that before. Okay, so this could be a sign of older activity. I found something like this at Melrose at Fort Hunt 8, and I thought maybe it was a piece of an old animal trap. But it's not enough to have me keep digging this area. I think I have enough energy to try one other spot on the property today. So I think I'll move and show you that in just a little bit. Okay, so I moved down near the far end of the property, away from the office, and I'm near one last cabin that's supposed to be close to where sawmill activity was. So here's an old tree that was cut and left here. So maybe it was just abandoned before, or toward the end of the time of the sawmill operation in this location. So I'm gonna fan out from here, see what I can find. So it's been slow at this last site, but I just saw this I find. So that's interesting. It's like a really old can. Just laying there. It says Sinclair Refining. So I think it's an old oil can. So I'm gonna pick that up and put it in my vehicle. And I'm just gonna scan around here a little bit more because I'm pretty wiped out. Greetings all, J-Man is back with you from Metal Sharks with a wrap up from 2 different hunts that I did at the Mountainside Resort in North Georgia. So I just found up here a couple of interesting rocks that I wanted to keep for gardening back home. And this was an eye find, but it's pretty interesting. Sinclair Refining, part of an old can. So I'm not sure if I can do anything with that or if I'll end up just recycling the metal. Might be able to keep this top piece of it for some kind of project one day. So this bottle was interesting. As you can see, it has the letter W on it, and it looks like it's surrounded by grapes with leaves at the ends. So I'm hoping I can look that up online and tell you more about that. I don't know what this is. First I thought it was a wheel, but now I'm not so sure. And this is another mystery piece, maybe a candidate for electrolysis. I was thinking maybe it was an old belt buckle or something, but I'm not sure. This is another mystery item. I really got a lot of clay off of it. At first I was thinking it might be part of an old iron, but I'm really not sure now. So maybe some viewers will have ideas. Please drop comments if you do. This looks like I thought it might be a pipe, but it's not. I don't think it's hollow in here. So it's another mystery piece. And so over here was a mystery piece at first, but then I realized it's an old shower plate piece, Delta. Push for shower, push up, open. It's even got a patent date on it, as you can see. It was made in Canada. It looks like it says 1962. I hadn't noticed that before. And down here is an interesting piece. It's got some printed words in German. And how I know it's German is it says made in Germany on it. So that's the only words in English. Made in, and then this piece is flipped over in Germany.
So hopefully I can look up some of these words and tell you more about that. And this was a piece, I believe, of horse tack with the buckle still on it. So I'll probably just save the buckle from it. Oh yes, and doing my wrap up just now, I forgot to show this one, this item. So this looks like a pretty old wheel from a piece of furniture, or maybe an old piano or something. Who knows? I think it has some age on it. Hey all, I almost forgot several items that I found while out detecting at the Mountainside Resort. And these were in my pouch, tucked away in a separate spot from where the bag with all the other finds were. But at any rate, this was my best find of the few days that I was hunting here at the resort. It's a Harley-Davidson motorcycles lighter, Zippo lighter, as you can see, made in the USA, Bradford, Pennsylvania. So I was really glad to get that, and it's pretty locked up right now. I don't know if I can clean it up or restore it, but it's a cool piece. And I also have some Harley-Davidson sunglasses I once found at the beach, so those two might go nicely together in the display case. And then just some other odds and ends, you know, a canister for an airsoft rifle or the like, a couple of nails, maybe a piece of an old animal trap. So there was some site of activity on the site. So that's about it, but I hope you enjoyed this one.